Welcome you in here to game number 2 of the day at Halliwell Field. Jace Andrews, Dan Hubbard bringing you the action as we've got Blackfoot versus the Bruins in the 3 versus 6 matchup. Going to start a little bit early, so we're going to go quickly through these lineups here. Firstly, the Bruins will be up to bat first. Isaac Hansen, the shortstop, will bat first. Taylor will be the left fielder and bat second. Bryson Shooters will bat third and play the catcher position. In the 4 slot, it's Dylan Herzog at first base. Mason Park will bat 5th and play center field. The pitcher, Isaac Jensen, will bat 7th, or rather 6th. Lamb Lynch will bat 7th. Easton Chapa will bat 8th. And Mikey Hughes will bat 9th. On the mound for Blackfoot, as here we go with the first pitch. Inside for ball number 1. The pitcher out there is Griff, as Blackfoot has decided to give us just first names. Or last names, whichever way it is. 1 ball, no strikes, as the pitch here from Griff is just outside. Taken for a strike, though, they're going to call it a strike. One ball, 1 strike here, as the wind continues to mess up my life. There's a cut and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the first batter of the game here, Isaac Hansen. That's going to be poked into right field, dropping fast, and a diving attempt and a catch made over there in right field by Pace. Kind of interesting as he kind of fell forward for that ball.
Yeah, the ball was really dying. I think he expected it to carry a little bit farther with the wind pushing that way, but it fell, and he made a nice leaning, diving catch falling forward.
First out recorded, and now it's Taylor to step up, the left fielder. That one's low. 1 ball, no strikes to the left-handed hitting Taylor. Yes, that's his first name and his last name. And there is a strike. First pitch of today's game, 12:53. We started 7 minutes early, which is important because there's a 2-hour time limit. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Taylor. He smacks that one on the ground to the second baseman. Right there to grab it as Eli across to the first baseman. In time as Mason corrals it at first. 2 outs here as we head now to the third batter, Bryson Shooters, who has been an extra base hit machine. He has 4 doubles and a triple in this tournament. And that's just what I've seen.
After the ground out brings up number 96, Bryson.
Big guy. He looks like he could drive the ball all over the yard.
He has been. Both right and left corners he's hit a ball to. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back to us off the pole. And it's 0-1.
First thing he did was turn around and cuss himself for missing that pitch.
It was a pretty good pitch to hit, I'm not going to lie. From the windup here, that's going to be in the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big number 96 for Shooters. And that takes another ball there, 2-1. Shooters, the catcher today, he pitched last time we saw him yesterday afternoon. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here. He lifts that one high into deep center field. Going back is Jason, and he's not going to be able to track it at all. That hits on the warning track in dead center. Now, I remind you, Shooters hit the wall on a fly on the right field one. That time nearly hits the dead center field wall on the fly. He's got some pop, you could say.
Well, he got it up in the wind. I mean, the wind pushed it quite a bit. The fact that the center fielder was looking for it over toward left center field, the ball hit toward right center field. He had no idea where that ball was going to be.
That was gone. Dylan Herzog, the 4 slot, will step up with the chance to get the Bruins on the board first. He's the first baseman today. Blackfoot the 3 seed, Bruins the 6 seed. Elimination time here in the Pocatello Woodbat Classic. First pitch is a slider away that doesn't catch any part of the zone for a ball. Appreciate our starting lineups brought to you by Heritage Auto of Evanston. So we'll have the lineup for Blackfoot. Blackfoot when they step up to bat. That's a strike taken at the plate by Herzog. From the stretch at the hip. Breaking pitch stays high. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. And now the 2-1. Just high there, 3 balls and 1 strike. Mason Park stands on deck, the center fielder. He would bat if Herzog were to reach. Both these teams have been very offensive-minded. Saw a really good effort last night from Blackfoot in the final round robin game. This one's popped in the air. The shortstop backing up Jake, and he will make the catch as he battles the sun. We're through the top of the first, nothing, as it's just 1 hit and no runs for the Bruins. We go to the bottom here of the first with Blackfoot stepping up to the dish. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio.
Distracted driving is dangerous, but some people just can't seem to help themselves. There's the steering wheel propper, the sneak-a-peeker, the fast roller, the nightlighter. And it's not long until they become the fender benderer, the got-a-ticketer, the veering off the road, the driver who kills someone. Enough with the phones already. Just put them down.
At Reese Auto Service in Lyman, you will find highly skilled mechanics who will get the job done right the first time. They work on anything from light line jobs of tire alignments, suspension work, and oil changes to heavy line jobs of engine replacement, differentials, and all powertrain components. Make sure all your recreational vehicles are working at top speed by getting them checked at Reese Auto Service in Lyman so your time having fun doesn't end early. Reese Auto Service, 541 State Highway 413, Lyman.
Bottom of the first we go after Blackfoot puts a 0 on the board for the Bruins. They allow just 1 hit. They leave him stranded at second. It's the leadoff 3 for Blackfoot, Jake, Caden, and Griff as our lineup presented to you by Heritage Auto of Evanston. Batting leadoff, like I mentioned, Jake, the position he'll be playing will be shortstop. We have the left fielder, Caden, batting second. Griff, the pitcher, will be batting third in the 4 slot at the cleanup. Jason, the center fielder. Dante, the third baseman, will bat 5th. In the 6th slot, it's Jet, the catcher. Eli will bat in the 7th slot and play second base. And then we have our first baseman, Mason, who will bat in the 8th slot. Pace will round out the order, playing right field, which is position number 9 in the 9 hole. Just like last night, Blackfoot has refused to give us last names, even when asked.
That's the one thing this tournament, they do a lot of things right.
Oh, yeah.
But they need to put together rosters for all these teams. That way we don't have to go begging for all that information.
Correct. Well, in every game, it's like they don't realize that we need them at all. And we have PA, too, that also needs them. So there's just lots of craziness. That's why they kind of had to take this a little slow. And then they start the game 7 minutes early.
Well, that's been up to the umpires. It always has and always will.
First pitch here to Jake is a fastball. Finds the strike zone 0-1.
And that's something that's – I'll candidly say that's lesson number 1 for high school sports in Idaho for you is for baseball, never trust the umpires.
Little kind of looper to second base, and right there to grab it for the easy out is Liam Lynch, and we have 1 gone here in the bottom of the first. Yeah, my thing is, and this is, I mean, obviously it's different, it's high school sports, but like, you're not going to turn on a game of the Dodgers and the Padres at 7 o'clock and there be an inning in when the game starts.
This isn't the Dodgers and the Padres. This is high school baseball. The umpires have complete control, and they start when they want.
That's going to be inside, 1 ball and those strikes. They should consult the broadcasters first.
I've already.
That's outside. I kid.
I understand, but that man standing, the umpire standing down at first base, he is the regional coordinator for the umpires, and I've had this conversation many times with him.
Oh, boy. There is a strike, 2-1 now. Isaac Jensen on the mound for the Bruins, and from the windup, the 2-1 Little soft roll to the third baseman, Hughes. He goes across the diamond for out number 2 as Herzog puts the glove on it. Obviously, I know it's all different and relative, but, you know, this is the way it goes sometimes.
Unfortunately, they give that autonomy to each individual crew.
They do.
When they show up, they walk out on the field, and that is game time. Doesn't matter what's written on the paper.
First pitch is a strike taken at home plate by the number 2 slot, or rather 3 slot, Caden. First 2 have popped out and grounded out. Griff, the pitcher, now at the plate. That's inside there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hear the wind howling here still. 1-1. That's fisted to the right side. It'll go foul.
Yeah, they're expecting weather later this afternoon into this evening, so this is just a little bit of wind in front of the front they're expecting to move through. So
that's chop foul. I had a little bit of weather last night with lightning coming in late in the day. Luckily, it didn't affect the outcome of any game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As it's Jensen trying to work clean, bottom of the first. And that's again chop foul. One ball, 2 strikes from the windup, the pitcher Jensen. Fastball up at the eye level of the batter Griff. Trying to work the clean bottom of the first. This time a slow roller, third baseman Hughes off the bag across the diamond. And the last 2 outs completed there by Mikey Hughes as it's a clean 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Jensen for the Bruins. We go to the second and 0-0 ball game here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. Come visit For Pete's Sake for fresh-made coffee, an amazing menu of home-cooked meals, and great company. Visit For Pete's Sake on the corner of 9th and Main, downtown Evanston.
Top of the second inning we go. Jace Andrews alongside Dan Hubbard as it's game 2 of the elimination games in the gold bracket. Seeds 3 and 6, Blackfoot, the 3-seed Bruins, the 6-seed, as they fight off elimination. As from here on out, you lose, you're gone. 5, 6, 7, the batters, Mason Pork, Isaac Jensen, Liam Lynch, the center fielder, pitcher, and second baseman. Brayson Schutez did have a hit so far in the game. As we're early here, he does have the lone hit. It's a double.
Pretty good matchups early, and I think the number 4 seed in Green River got a little bit of surprise by the 5 seed Jerome in the first game today.
Yeah, I was kind of a surprise. I was kind of talking to people around here. It seems as though the consensus was that Green River just kind of ran out of pitching in some ways. Kind of had the depth go a little bit AWOL, which happens, especially in these long tournaments. First pitch in the top of the second is a strike taken by Mason Park.
And the first game over on the other field at Hawthorne, Malad beat Evanston 3-0.
A 1, lifted foul, first base side. A nice poke, but it's not going to be anywhere close to fair territory. It's 0-2. That pitch stays high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the inning. That's fouled straight to the right side here off the netting as he stays alive. 1-2. Oh, well, this is nice. This is intuitive thinking. Last night, Blackfoot gave us the last names. Today they gave us the first names, so we're going to have last names. We're just have to kind of put pieces together here.
Different guy on the staff wrote the lineup card apparently last night.
1-2 is outside. Yeah, so this is Griff Ross. Luckily, it looks like a very similar lineup too. Oh yeah, we got it now. 2-2 now. And watching outside is Park.
See, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
There is. Of course, that's if I can read the chicken scratch of Aaron Poling. 3-2 to Mason Park. Outside ball 4, a leadoff walk for the center fielder for the Bruins. Second base runner.
I was going to say if it was my chicken scratch, I could break out the and thumb them and decipher it for you.
I appreciate that, but man, I was just about reading all this and seeing numbers. Ball outside there. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner off first base in Park. This is Isaac Jensen, the pitcher at the plate, right-handed hitter. Runner goes. Foul ball is low, and a slide with the stolen base is Mason Park. I need to read the numbers of a chicken scratch, too. That's going to be a strike taken. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing. Runner at second base. That could be the first run of the game for the Bruins. Blackfoot on the mound trying to say no. There's a strike 2-2 now.
Good pitch. Dropped that curveball breaking pitch on the outside edge.
All right, well, we got most of the last teams. That's high in the air, right side. It is going to plop into the stands.
Catcher whipped the mask off. Looked up right up into the sun looking for that foul ball. Had no idea where it was at.
Yeah, he just couldn't find it.
And ended up landing about 4 rows deep in the stands over on the first base side. Couldn't have got to it anyway.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base and a long looking calls for a time. Yeah, we got some first names, not all their last names. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check on the runner at second. And the pitch. That's a fly ball into pretty deep right center field. Ranging over to catch that is Jace, the center fielder. He chucks it in, and a runner will advance to third base as Park is 90 feet away from our first run of the game.
Got a ball out over the plate and was able to get it up and drive it into the gap in right center field. Center fielder made a good play to get to it, but it was a productive out as the runner was able to tag and go to third base.
Now with 1 out, there's a couple of different ways you can get this thing home. Want to get a ball in the outfield is your first job, though. Seen ground ball score in this position as well, but the more likely and best scenario for your case is to hit a fly ball.
That or a ground ball up the middle.
That works too. Liam Lynch is the batter to try and do so. He's the second baseman with an 1-0 count. This time takes a strike, 1-1. Of course, if you're on the mound, Griff, you're looking for a strikeout here. That'd be a pretty good thing to get right about now. Cut and a miss, high fastball as it blew by Lynch. And now As I mentioned, that strikeout, something he'd really like for Griff Ross, the pitcher, is 1 strike away from doing so. Long look in here on the 1-2 pitch. No check of the runner. A chopper. They're going to send the run from third. Park going home. They're going to have the pitcher. I don't know what he was doing. That wasn't his play. That's Dante's play over at third base, and the pitcher called it, and immediately the coach is coming out to say, hey, that's not your ball.
No, not only was it not his play, it's a play that should have just let go and hopefully
Correct.
It went foul.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It ends up being a infield single. Run scores, and now we have a 1-0 advantage for the Bruins. We figure out they're Idaho Falls.
Yes.
Yes, Idaho Falls. Runner at first base now, 1 out. And the new batter taking a strike is Easton Chapa. Chapa was the one who actually led off the tournament on the mound for the Bruins. He pitched back in game number 2 of this tournament. That was feels like forever ago, but it was actually just 2 days ago. And that 1-0 is up high. Back Tuesday evening. That was a big game, as at one point the Bruins were down 7-2. They ended up winning that game 10-7. That's what led them here to the 6th seed. Ball's low, runner goes, and the throw down gets away from the shortstop Jake there, as potentially had a play, did Vance, but bounced off his glove, and it's a stolen bag for Liam Lynch, the 2nd stolen base for the Bruins in this inning.
It kind of took a little bit of a weird bounce toward the second base side of the bag, and that's how I deflected off his glove.
2-1. Runner at second now, so a base hit could score him. Cut and a miss on a high fastball there. Powerful moving there. Easton Chapa at the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Liam Lynch stands off second. Infield at normal depth in the pitch. On the ground to the shortstop Jake, corrals it and over the diamond for out number 2. 2 gone. Run does move to third and Lynch as he decides to move up, even though the ball was hit to the left side of the infield. 6-3 is the putout, and the 9 slot Mikey Hughes is tasked with trying to get a base hit to score that run from third. Wild pitch or pass ball would also do the trick, at least for the Bruins side. And that slides away out of the zone, 1-0. Thought about a swing. He actually says it's a strike called. On the ground, right side, second baseman Eli can make a clean throw here. He will allow just the 1 run to cross. He does exactly that, as it's 1 run for the Bruins. Threatened, though, the entire inning. We'll see what Blackfoot has for us in the bottom half here in the second. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
It's lunchtime, and I'm stuck at the office.
Jackalope, the big game is on. I can't miss it just to pick up groceries.
Jackalope.
Mom, I need supplies for my school project.
Jackalope.
Doing the hopping for your shopping. Jackalope Delivery, 307-679-7174.
Jack.
Welcome back here to the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic. Jace Andrews alongside Dan Hubbard, bringing you the action here from Halliwell Field. The top one, Hawthorne has the silver bracket over, just over the center field wall, which I would say nobody's going to be able to get to, but I don't know. We have Shootez, who has launched a couple of balls.
that is a poke. They don't have distances posted here at the ballpark, but that's got to be probably, I'm guessing, about at least 390 to center field.
I was about to say, I would almost say dead center. It's got to be maybe 400.
Close.
Real close. One ball here to the first batter of the bottom of the second. Jason Williams, the center fielder for Blackfoot. It'll be Williams, Dante, and Hone. That's in the other batter's box. 2 balls and no strikes. Isaac Jensen worked a very clean top, or rather bottom of the first.
I worked at a ballpark for 13 years. It was 410 to center, and that looks considerably shorter.
So maybe 390?
Yeah,
390.
I guess about 390 or so.
You've got much more experience than I do in guessing distances. I promise you that. That's low. It's 3-0 to Williams, and the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second. He's the 4 slot in the lineup for Blackfoot. There's a strike on the fastball, inner half. Williams, the center fielder, Dante, the third baseman, Hone, the catcher, will be the 3 batters at least in this inning for Blackfoot. That's ripped into right field. Moving over is Chapa. It gets past him and will roll toward the wall. Not going to get all the way to the wall, but racing to third is Williams. He's going to get him with a stand-up triple. That's the way to lead off the inning. And we saw Williams last night on the mound and with the bat, had a couple of big hits, and this time he gets a triple to lead off the bottom of the second and try and tie this game up.
And that's going to be a straight triple. It got by the right fielder because he took a bad angle toward it.
He never touched it, so it's
never
no
touched
error.
it. It's not an error. He just took a bad angle and wasn't able to get the glove down.
Pitch here is a strike taken, fastball lower half. Yeah, Jason last night had a tremendous outing on the mound against what was the Hillcrest Knights. That was a really good game, to be honest. 0-1. Chopper, first base line, or on the third base line, it goes foul. Ultimately, it's going to be now 0-2. Yeah, the Blackfoot team played last night at 8:30, so a little bit of a short break for them. Just had that one game in between, technically playing here with the 1 o'clock slot. Jensen on the mound is working from the windup here. And he goes with the fastball out of the zone, and it'll be a ball as at the plate. It's Dante who watches him. But going back to Williams, he has really been a, I guess, instigator may be the right word for Blackfoot, as he just gets things going.
Yeah.
Jump starter. 1-2. That hits him. Not the count you would like to hit a batter, but it happens either way. And Dante will head to first base, and we're going to have a new batter at the plate as it's Jet Hone, the catcher.
It's never a good count to hit a batter.
No, but 1-2 is not great.
With a man standing at third base and nobody out, that's just reaching in with a shovel, taking another big scoop, and digging yourself a little bit bigger hole.
Jensen now going to have to work from the stretch with the runner off first base. We'll see if he decides to take off. Seen a lot of stealing with this first and third situation. It's going to be a bunt situation, it looks like, for Blackfoot. And that bunt is hit foul. That was a pretty hard bunt. Went all the way to the fence on the right side.
It's almost bunting for a hit. He's trying to hit it hard enough to push it to the right side and get it past the pitcher, make the second baseman field it.
Hughes, the third baseman for the Bruins, comes in. First baseman still has to hold Herzog on. Thought about a throwback to first. It's a strike called at the plate, 0-2. Nobody out in the inning here. A strikeout will be huge. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners. And a chopper. Could be a double play. They'll take 2 for 1. They go across the first as seemingly Hansen decided, I'm not going to get the runner at second. Takes the out at first. One out now. The runner comes across. Makes this a 1-1 ball game. Did you think he had a shot at second? I kind of thought he could have.
Could have been. I mean, he could have forgotten the force play. If you're going to take an out without coming after the runner trying to come to the plate, you might as well get the lead runner.
It's fair. One out. Runner at second. There's a strike. That's Eli, the second baseman, to be at the dish here for Blackfoot. Again, a chopper headed to the shortstop third base side. Hughes, the third baseman, takes it and throws it across for out number 1, or rather an out number 2. On what you said, a really good play to come across the diamond there, and he had the better angle.
That's his play all the way. That's his job. Cut the ball off because all his momentum's going toward first base.
Yeah. And we've seen that a couple times where a ball like that is hit, and the shortstop will grab it. Instead of going toward the bag, he has to throw it across his body, and it doesn't work. Whereas that time, Hughes, you're going straight toward first.
Exactly. If the shortstop's charging the ball to try to get that, his momentum's coming toward the plate.
Fastball up high on the 8 slot. Mason, the first baseman.
The third baseman comes over, cuts the play off. His momentum to make the throw is all headed toward first base.
Just makes sense. 1-0. Jensen's pitch. Stays outside and a little low as well, 2-0. Appreciate you joining us all week long here at the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic. Game number 2 of 5 here on Halliwell. Got 3 games going on Hawthorne. 2-0. Check swing. They're going to say he went across. Maybe a strike called either way. 2-1. First baseman Mason with 2 outs. If he gets a base hit, it would break the tie. Strike, outer part, bottom corner. Nice one there on the outer part. 2's on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Go ahead run standing at third base, but they're going to need a base hit to score him. And Mason just pokes it foul. It's just kind of flinging that bat out there. Stays alive.
One of those good pitches that he wasn't looking for anything in that area, and just had to try to just protect to stay alive, just as you said.
So we'll do it again. 2-2 the count with 2 outs and the runner at third. From the windup, it's Jensen. Cut on just foul, tipped and staying alive is Mason. Hits off the foot of Shootez, and he's going to take a little bit of a stroll and kind of an umpire, nice little unwritten rule here. Just wipe off the plate, give the catcher a little time to have that kind of the buzz cling off.
You know, he was already limping a little bit at the beginning of the game. I noticed him walking out to take his position behind the plate as catcher. He was kind of hobbled already, and took that one off lower leg or foot. It certainly just kind of aggravates whatever the issue is.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We do it again. It's going to be a shallow looping line drive that finds a hole in the right field side, and it's going to be a base hit that scores the go-ahead run for Blackfoot. Dante comes home to untie this game. It's 2-1 Blackfoot as 1 run comes across for the Bruins at the top of the first. Blackfoot says, "I'll match you and raise 1." Give the RBI to Mason. And now it's paced the right field of the 9 slot. Jensen trying to get out of this inning. Fastball away. 1 ball, no strikes on the new batter here. Very sunny day. The clouds were in here earlier, but now not so much. 1-0. Count never reset on the scoreboard. I just read it. It's going to be a 1 ball, 1 strike count after the swing and a miss from Pace. Check on the runner at first. And the pitch. Cut on and miss. The high fastball gets for strike 2. Now once again, Jensen is 1 strike away from having the bottom of the second come to a close. Mason off first, 1-2. That's going to be lifted into right field, dropping fast and finding a hole as that is going to get past the right fielder Chapa once again, as that's going to allow both runners to go up an extra 90 feet. They may send the runner. They are. The throw home, sliding in. He is out. Mason cut down at the plate on a great relay throw from the second baseman, Liam Lynch. And it's just 2 runs come across, although they almost had a third. And the Bruins will now try to tie this game back up or take the lead in the third as we will head to the unit of I Envision third inning when we come back here on mylocalradio.com.
Hiking in the summer, hunting in the fall, and sledding in the winter are a vital part of living in Lyman, Wyoming. Visiting the historic Heritage Park with its splash pad and updated playground are a must for summertime activities. Visit the new Frisbee golf course and make new memories with your family and friends. The town of Lyman is a quiet, peaceful place with some of the best residents in the state. Stop in today and make some new friends and memories that will last forever.
Dad, I feel like I got something in my eye.
Let me have a look. Natural protective features of the eye, such as eyebrows, eyelids, eyelashes, and tears, are not always enough. I've been helping people for 14 years, removing anything from metal, glass, or plastic from their eyes. I've even removed a bug that flew into my own eye. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we can help you find the perfect eye protection for playing sports or performing hazardous work to help prevent eye injuries.
Call Uinta Eye and Vision today to schedule your appointment to protect your precious eyesight. Uinta Eye and Vision, 307-789-3937.
Third inning we go. Blackfoot on top of the Bruins, 2-1. It almost was 3 as the run was cut down at home plate on a double by Pace, and Mason, the 8-slot first baseman, was racing home on a very close play that he was called out on. I think it was the right call, though.
Absolutely, it was a good call. Good throw, perfect throw, right on the base. All the catcher had to do was catch it and stick the glove down, and the runner slid right into the tag.
Welcome into the Uinta Eye and Vision third inning, where our vision is to improve yours. Jace Andrews, Dan Hubbard bringing you the action as the first pitch to Isaac Hansen is a strike. We go back to the top of the order for the Idaho Falls Bruins. Hansen, his first time up, flew out to the right fielder, Pace. A 1. Breaking ball finds the zone in the outer part. 0-2. Griffin Ross back out on the mound, this time with a lead. 0-2, just chops it foul at the plate as Hansen. Isaac is the shortstop today. Seen him on the mound for the Bruins once before, though. He's been the leadoff guy a lot, though, as it's once again going to be the leadoff 3 to bat in this third inning. Isaac Hansen, Taylor Taylor, and Bryson Schutes. He reaches out there and just nicks that one to stay alive. Oh, 2. Stays high.
Try to slide this over a little bit. There we go.
One and 2. That's a rope into center field. It drops for a base hit. Leadoff single for Isaac Hansen sets up the Bruins well. Taylor Taylor grounded out his first time, steps to the plate. We mentioned this a lot, but you'd really like to have an out when Bryson Schutes comes to the plate, and relatively as less of runners on as you can, because he's been tagging balls. Taylor Taylor's first pitch is a little high, right about the chin.
Taylor Taylor is one of the best names I've heard since. What was the Texas Rangers infielder who had a brother who also played and had the exact same name?
That's a bunt down the third base line. Dante off his position, throws to first. He's safe. And keeping at second base is Isaac Hansen, as it's a bunt for a hit for Taylor Taylor, and something we've seen for him once before.
Rougned Odor.
Rougned Odor. He had a brother that had the same name?
Yes.
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, he's the guy who knocked out Jose Bautista.
Really?
Remember that?
Yeah.
That punch at second base. Of course, we also had Jose Ramirez knocking out Tim Anderson most recently. Always at second base. What is it? Runners at first and second now for Bryson Schutes, who already has a double today. Watches that one outside. Bryson has a big bat. Hit the last ball all the way to center field, and when I say all the way, I mean it. It hit the warning track out there. He's hit the right field wall. He's gone to both corners. 1-0 outside.
You don't want to load the bases with nobody out, but certainly you don't want to give in and give this guy anything right down the middle either.
2 balls, no strikes. 2 runners on. Breaking pitch finds the top part of the zone. It's 2-1. Hansen on with a single. Taylor had a bunt for a hit single. Dylan Herzog stands on deck with a 2-1 count to Bryson Schudez as the Bruins trail by 1. Up high off the glove, taking off for third is Isaac Hansen. Taylor goes to second, sliding in safe, and now you got 2 runners in scoring position. Aggressive base running. It just bounced out of the glove of the catcher, Jet Hone, and both runners take the risk, and it pays off.
Yep, that's good alert base running.
Call it a pass ball. Now a base hit could give you the lead, not just take the tie. Schudez wiggles his bat with a 3-1 pitch coming. That's a great breaking ball that finds the zone, and the count will run full. Herzog on deck. He is 0 for 1. And Schudez at the plate with a 3-2 count. First base is open for a man who already has 5 doubles and a triple. 3-2. He lifts it into right field, coming on his pace. Now he has to go back. It's over his head. That's going to score 2 runs and give Bryson Schudez his 6th double of the game, or excuse me, of the tournament. And it's 3-2 Bruins. Schudez, he's all offense, man. Absolutely incredible.
Certainly the outfielders are playing too shallow against a guy like that.
Apparently.
And he just got, he hit the ball the other way, sliced it to right field, got a little assist from the wind behind it as well. And it just kept slicing away from the right fielder.
There's a strike. New batter is Dylan Herzog, the first baseman. Runner at second base is a courtesy runner for Bryson Schudez. He is the catcher. Sky high infield pop-up. Third baseman Dante and Jake right there, and Jake calls off for the out. 1 gone. Finally here as Dylan Herzog pops out. He's 0 for 2 on the day, and Mason Park, who has walked and scored a run, comes up. First out of the inning there. Park, right-handed hitter. Bruins with the same jerseys they've worn all weekend. Baby blue with a yellow stripe across the middle. Little pinstripe pants. Bro gets away from the second baseman and a rather shortstop, but a good play at center field by Jason Williams as he comes in to back him up.
Throwing behind the runner. He was getting back into the first base, and because he was concentrating on the bag, he never saw the ball, first of all, go behind him. Also never saw it go into center field.
Looking to bunt, pulls back. As they strike. 0-1 to Mason Park. There's a strike as well, 0-2. A high chopper. It's just 1 hop to the first baseman, Mason, who grabs it and steps on first base. And I think Griff Ross thought that was the 3rd out because he saw the out and turned toward the dugout and then kind of realized that nobody else was gone.
That's kind of the dead giveaway when you're the only one out there.
Yeah, you turn around, no one's following you. 1 unassisted. Isaac Jensen, the pitcher, at the plate with a run 90 feet away would be insurance as they're up 3-2 here in the top of the 3rd. In the turf. Here comes the wind once again. Jensen flew out to the center fielder his first time up.
Reminds me of a great story, but I don't have time to tell it.
Why not?
2 outs.
We'll save it. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 13 years in minor leagues. I think we could sit here and tell stories all day.
I could write a book.
You should.
But
1 and
what?
1.
I don't know
On the
how.
ground, left side, through the infield. A diving stop by the shortstop, Jake. He fires, but it's not going to be anywhere in time. Love the effort, though, as it's going to be an infield single for Isaac Jensen. Another run scored for the Bruins, making it 4-2. You don't know how to write a book? Is that what you're about to say?
No, I was just saying, there's people out there who know a heck of a lot more stories than I do.
True, but
guys that have been around a while, have seen all kinds of things come and go.
Cut and a miss for the new batter, Liam Hinch, but none of them are Dan Hubbard. Think about that now. None of them are you. You got your own stories.
Well, I do. I do have my own stories. Actually, not of them all my stories. A lot of them are the guys that I worked with.
Well, you still get them.
And yeah.
One way or another. Run takes off. It's going to be in the turf, so it's an easy stolen base for Isaac Jensen. He moves 90 feet closer and into scoring position. Liam Lynch singled and stole a bag, but ended up stranded on third last inning. He is the 7th batter to bat this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to him. Ross the mound, checks the runner, the pitch. Bounces in, gets away, and now taking up for third is Jensen. He goes another 90 feet up. 1 more of those, and there is a run coming across to score. Blackfoot's coach coming out to kind of not go for a mound visit, but just stand just on the foul territory grass and bark out some orders. Just trying to see if he can get his pitcher under control here.
Just yell out to the pitcher. You don't have to go all the way to the mound.
Yeah,
you don't get charged with a visit like that. But
2-1. There's a high pitch. Three and 1. Popped up. Right side foul territory. It will fall. It did remain in play, but that was going to be a tough play as it went to the batter's box area for the Bruins on the right side.
Interesting, you got his teammates yelling to the catcher that he's got room as he gets over near the dugout. He didn't miss the dugout railing by more than about 2.5 feet.
Yeah, well, he had room. It wasn't much of it. He had there was room. It wasn't much. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Liam Lynch. On the ground, shortstop Jake fields in on a couple hops, throws it in time. And a bigger inning is avoided. However, 3 runs do come across to score to make this a 4-2 game. Bruins give up the lead in the bottom of the 2nd. They get right back in the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 3rd on the unit. I envision 3rd inning. Our vision is to improve yours. You're watching the 2024 Pocatello Wood Bat Tournament here on mylocalradio.com.
Hey, Dad, can I go play outside?
Yes, you can, but don't forget your sunglasses. Did you know that sunglasses with UV protection can help lower your risk of eye calluses, early cataracts, and macular degeneration? At Uinta Eye and Vision, we can help you find the perfect pair of prescription or non-prescription sunglasses from companies like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Maui Jim, and more. Call Uinta Eye and Vision today to protect your eyes from the sun.
Uinta Eye and Vision, 307-789-3937. Uinta Eye and Vision, 789 eyes.
Ready has.
Welcome back here to the 2024 Pocatello Wood Bat Classic.
Bottom 3.
It's frozen too. You're good. Here, let me step in. Whoop. We'll get this camera working for you in just a moment. This thing it's the hot time of the day, unfortunately. So, try and get this back up for you. Guess what? You're going to see us. Hi there. What's up? There's Dan.
Jake.
Now I got to get this back up. Hello. We'll get it going for you here in the UNA Iron Vision bottom of the third inning, where our vision is to improve yours. Blackfoot back up, down by 2 here. First pitch is low, 1 ball and no strikes. We have to reset here in just a moment. That one's low, 2 balls and 1 strike. No strikes, rather. That's going to be lined into right field, coming on and diving to make the catch is the right fielder Chapa. And for a couple of bowed routes he's taken to the ball, that time a great diving snag. Apologize here for the technical difficulties as we try and get this camera back up and working. It's very hot. And everything gets hot, and we have to just try and suck it up, unfortunately, because there's no booth, which, let's just say, don't get us started on it. Let's try this. 2 balls, no strikes. Jensen's still the pitcher on the mound, as that pitch is going to be outside to the batter, Caden Fisher. There we go. Whoop-de-doo. Let's go. All righty, we're back. 3 balls. No, that wasn't a ball. That was a strike, so there's 3 and 1 now. That's a ball, though, and a walk to Caden Fisher. So with 1 out in the inning, it's a base runner for Blackfoot, the 3 seed here.
Walk brings up number 10, Griff.
I don't think we're caught up.
No, that's fine.
Yes, I mean we're caught up now.
Yeah, okay, wait. Runner at first base. And that one is away. Do apologize for today, but luckily we are studs, and we got to back up. A little pat me and Dan on the back right now, because it's hot, and we've been here for 3 days, 4 days. Not complaining, just the equipment is very tough to keep cool at times. That's a pop-up on the very, very edge of the outfield grass, and the second baseman doesn't make the grab. He's going to throw it to second, though. He's going to get the out. He couldn't see it, and he's going to be lucky there to get the out, as effectively that's 4-6, even though
that's exactly what it is. It's a 4-6 force play.
Even though it's never going to – you watch that, you don't really think that's what it was. You see 4-6, that's not what you think.
That's right, but that's exactly how it's scored. That's a fielder's choice.
Jason Williams, who had a triple his first time up, steps in. They're going to have a courtesy runner over here at first base for Caden Fisher, the left fielder. Or rather, Griff Ross, excuse me, that's the pitcher. Curtis runner over at first base, and the first pitch to Jason Williams is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, the pitch. It's a chopper to the second baseman, rather shortstop Hanson. He's going to throw quick. He does, and he gets the out on Jason Williams. We go to the bottom, or rather top of the 4th. And if you've watched the UNA Iron Vision 3rd inning, where our vision is to improve yours, we'll be right back here from Pocatello, Idaho on mylocalradio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Hey, Dad, can I go play outside?
Yes, you can, but don't forget your sunglasses. Did you know that sunglasses with UV protection can help lower your risk of eye calluses, early cataracts, and macular degeneration? At Uinta Eye and Vision, we can help you find the perfect pair of prescription or non-prescription sunglasses from companies like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Maui Jim, and more. Call Uinta Eye and Vision today to protect your eyes from the sun.
Uinta Eye and Vision, 307-789-3937. Uinta Eye and Vision, 789 eyes.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Fourth inning we go here in Pocatello, 4-2. It's the 6 seed Bruins leading the 3 seed Blackfoot team. Jace Andrews, Dan Hubbard. Game 2 of 5 here on the top field in the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic as it's elimination game day. Already saw the 4 and 5 game where it was the 5 seeded Jerome team taking off for 10 runs and beating the Green River Knights. Send them packing, and Jerome will advance to a game tomorrow at this time slot, 1 o'clock. Back on the mound is Griff Ross. His 4th inning of work. Joe Farr allowed 4 runs in the turf. At the plate, it's Easton Chapa. Made a diving catch in the last sitting. Grounded out his first time up. It's 8-9, and then back to the top of the order, Isaac Hansen here in this 4th inning for the Bruins. Ross from the windup. Breaking pitch finds the top of the zone, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. That's over the head of Chapa. Gold bracket filled with a bunch of good teams. Green River, the 2-2 team, they have been eliminated. 2 balls, 1 strike here to the Bruins, and Easton Chapa sends it to the second baseman, Eli, who throws it over to Mason at first for out number 1. Call it 4-3 on the putout.
Evanston also eliminated this morning as the
those are the 2 teams that are gone thus far.
The Outlaws go 0-4 for the tournament.
Here on the gold side, Jerome advances. They become 3-2 in the tournament after beating Green River, so making them 2-3 and sending them home. That's outside there. Ball 1 to the batter, Mikey Hughes. The Bruins here, they are currently 2-1. And this Blackfoot team, along with Rigby and Ridgeline, are the 3 undefeated teams, all sitting at 3-0. There's a strike to Mikey Hughes. The Razorbacks and Hillcrest both are 2-1, and those are your gold bracket teams. Little bouncer, shortstop Jake Krause throws a little high, but the first baseman Mason jumps up, makes the catch, and falls right back down the bag for out number 2.
Look what I found. He reached up there with that big old first baseman's glove and came back with a snow cone.
Isaac Hansen, who is 1 for 2 today, singled back in the 3rd. It's part of that 3-run effort. Did score a run as well in the 3rd inning. 2 outs here, and that's off the edge of the glove of the catcher, Jet Home. No one on base, so it doesn't matter. Hansen sporting that hood out of the back of the jersey. New style that we've seen a lot this weekend. I agree. 1-0. That almost hits him. Turned his hood toward it.
You know, it's just the hood. He doesn't have long sleeves.
Yeah, that's kind of where it's interesting. Is like, what are you wearing, like a cut off hoodie or?
Yeah, supposed to have these sleeves cut off, I'm guessing.
2-0, breaking pitch high.
Some sort of a wicking material that.
Yeah, it looks very like thin.
You know, kind of would wick the perspiration away from him, help keep him cool.
Kind of like that athletic dry fit type material.
Exactly.
3-0. There's a strike. Fastball out of part. Hansen not exactly pleased with the call, but that's what it is. 3-1. Foul tips that one back. We'll go full. This would be the first 1-2-3 inning for Griff Ross, should he be able to get Isaac Hansen out. Had Easton Chapa the 8-hole and Mikey Hughes the 9-hole ground out thus far. Full count pitch. It's a fly ball to center field. Williams comes in as he comes in hard now, Sutton, and dives and unable to make the play. It's a double going as the throw will not be there. Cut off by what was the shortstop in mid-center field as Williams looked like a pretty lazy fly ball, but I think he misjudged it, was playing a little farther back than he thought, and had to dive for it and ended up not coming up with the catch.
It's just that high sky. You can't find it just momentarily, and the wind blowing just hard enough to make it change direction and make it carry a little bit farther than you think it's going to. And all of a sudden where you think the ball is going to be, it's not there.
Well, he didn't touch it, so it is a double in the books for Isaac Hansen.
Yeah, plus it was a dive.
Yeah.
It was an extraordinary effort. You can't give him an error anyway.
Strike call to Taylor Taylor. He singled in the third inning as well, so just an inning removed from that. A single here would make their lead 3. Griff Ross takes the long look in, and then the pitch. Taylor Taylor once again looking to bunt, goes right over our heads. Wow. You talk about 1 in a million. That hit the flagpole behind us. A bunt hit a flagpole directly behind first base, home plate. Welcome to Pocatello. Had a ball hit the light post yesterday.
Yeah, that happens.
0-2, runner goes. Taylor Taylor swings and lifts it into left field. Caden coming on. That's going to drop in front of him for a base hit and an RBI base hit at that. It's 5-2 Bruins. Taylor Taylor with his second hit of the game. Isaac Hansen comes around. He scores his second run of the game. And now Shootez takes off the leg guards and steps into the box as 2 doubles in 2 plate appearances. And with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, leading by 3. Let's see what he's got.
Now back up.
Yeah, now you move everybody back.
Right fielder immediately, as they say that, turns around and takes about a half dozen steps back toward the fence.
Runner goes. The throw is going to be not in time, sliding in safely as Taylor Taylor. He has another stolen bag. Oh, and 1. Pitch. And hard on the ground. And third base coach almost tried to make a play on it.
He hit that ball, chopped it down off the dirt in front of home plate, and it went farther than a lot of guys can hit the ball.
You think he's got some power? Or
He definitely has some upper body strength, that's for sure.
0-2. Taylor takes off. Shootez swings, and it's a high fly ball into shallow left field. Caden is not going to be able to get there. It once again falls into no man's land, and another run will score. 6-2 Bruins. A third hit of the day for Shootez.
Number 10, Dylan Herzog.
Now it's Dylan Herzog, the first baseman, to step up. He's 0 for 2 pop out and a 1 unassisted play.
As hard as he hits the ball, I would hate to see what he does with an aluminum bat.
Oh my gosh. May break something. Throw over is not in time. Sliding in safely there is the courtesy runner for Shootez. Can't see the number. It looks like maybe Max Loft over there, the courtesy runner. On the third base line goes foul. 0-1 now. 2 runs have scored with 2 outs. It's increased the Bruins' lead from what was once 2 to 4. Double it. Oh and 1 with a runner off first. Outside. Nope, not. That's a strike. Always got to be wary of that outer part. 0-2 now to the 4 slot in the lineup, Dylan Herzog, who is 0 for 2 on the day, looking to get in the hit column. Pick off, sliding in safely. Herzog today, the first baseman for the Bruins. Oh, and 2 is in the turf. The runner going, and he is going to be out. He didn't slide. That is Max Loft, and he is caught stealing and will leave Dylan Herzog at the plate, so he'll get a new count. For him, kind of nice. He was 0-2. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 6-2. The Bruins lead the Blackfoot here in Pocatello, Idaho. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Welcome to be back here to Pocatello, Idaho. It's Halliwell Field with the gold bracket. First pitch here in the bottom of the 4th to Dante is in the turf for a ball. Isaac Hansen out there, and I'll tell you what, Dan, looking across the way, that's a 13 over there on the scoreboard on Hawthorne.
Yeah, I was trying to see that.
It's 13-1.
13-1? Is that in the
third inning?
The third inning?
It's 13-1 in the third inning.
Couldn't tell what the number was.
1-1 here. And the outside pitch there makes it 2-1. Dante today was hit by a pitch in his only plate appearance, so he's 0-0 stuck. Jensen's pitch there is a fastball that is able to find the zone and even up the count at 2-2. Yeah, I believe that's 13-1 in the third.
Yo.
And the guest, not the home team leading. There's a strike. That's an out. Oh, wow, that was okay. So I had the count wrong. It's 3-2. That last one was the first strike. Now it's full for Jensen. Just outside, ball 4. Once again, Dante gets on base without having to do too much. Walk this time after he got hit by a pitch.
Get a mound visit.
I think we're just trying to calm down here after the leadoff walk, and leadoff walks never exactly
spell
spell success.
I don't see what his pitch count is. I don't know if they're going to lift him here or not.
Seems like a long talk for now. Yeah, just a long talk, so Jensen will stay in. Runner off first here to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Blackfoot, who is the higher seed in this matchup. That's why the home team currently trailing by 4. We're in the 4th. Pickoff attempt. I want to take this time to thank one of our amazing sponsors, as this broadcast is brought to you in part by Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your financial future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners, with offices in Pocatello and the new location in Preston. That's fouled straight back and over the head. Over the fencing. You can set up your appointment online at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Office of Pocatello located at 450 East Day Street, suite number 450. And the new location in Preston is at 713 South 4th East, suite 200. Once again, you can set your appointment online at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. That's fouled off as well. It's 0-2 quickly here on Eli, the second baseman. Oh, 2 with the runner off first. Jensen, the pitch. Goes outside with the throw back to first. Almost got him there. That was a great throw and a great tag, but the foot touches first right before the bag, or the glove touched his. Guess that would be his right foot. One and 2 now. And a late breaking ball there, just fouled off by Eli.
Good job by Eli.
Jet Hone, excuse me.
Good job by Jet. Really fought off that pitch.
One ball, 2 strikes. On the ground. That's going to be a high hop. He's going to throw it. He throws it right into the dirt at second base. Liam Lynch will have to go chase it down, but Mason, or rather Dante, will stay put at second. Yeah, that took an awkward hop. I don't know if you really give that an error or anything. That's just a hit, an infield single, right?
I think you probably have to give it an infield hit.
Yeah, I don't think I can really do much there. Jet Hone, the catcher, will get a courtesy runner here. Eli, the second baseman, now comes up as I kind of jumped the gun on his AB.
He played back on the ball, and the ball was hit so softly anyway. He probably wasn't going to have a play at first base, bad hop or not.
6-2 your score. Runners at first and second. Infield on the corners in, and a swinging first pitch strike that'll go out of play. Fouls it away. It's Dante at second, a courtesy runner for Hone at first. Jensen on the mound. Looks in. Checks the runner at second. From the waist, the pitch. Looking to bunt that time. They're going to throw down to second, jumping up, and because he had to jump up, that tag was going to be way late. Don't know if he would have gotten him even if it was a great throw.
That's a tough throw for the people with the strongest of arms.
Which Shooters did that from his knees, so he's got a strong arm.
A lot of people who can do that.
Looking to bunt again, this time gets it down. Nobody's covering first.
He just put the ball in his pocket. Nobody was there.
Yep, that's the second baseman who has the right to go over there, Liam Lynch.
Well, the problem was they wasn't sure what play they had on. I think he broke to second base like they had the wheel play on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
And nobody covered first.
I mean, at least he didn't throw it. No one was there, and he kind of pump faked.
So the bases are loaded and nobody out.
It's the 8-slot Mason, the first baseman. Singled and has an RBI to his name. Could have a couple more at the base hit here. Chopper right back to the pitcher. He goes home with it. There is one. Now throw to first. That's in time, a double play. The pitcher, Jensen, stabs the ball on the mound and gets the 1-2-3 double play. Absolutely huge. 2 outs with runners now at second and third and nobody in the inning.
It's a good play all around. Heck of a play by the pitcher just to start it. Had to go up and get it. And a good play by the catcher's strong arm to throw it back to complete the double play.
Now this is a ball hit by Pace down the right field line. It'll go about 30 feet foul. Pace has singled in this game back in the second. He was in on the play that had the runner thrown out at home in the second. Popped in the air right side. It'll go out of play for strike number 2. Oh, 2. In the air on the infield, this could do it. Bryson makes the catch. From bases loaded, nobody out, to 3 outs, nobody in. The Bruins work out of a major jam with no damage. 5th inning coming your way. Idaho Falls on top 6-2 over Blackfoot here on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation on mylocalradio.com.
When you're looking for great deals on a vehicle, you'll find them at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. With 2 locations to serve you, let your adventure start here. Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, legend driven.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
We got a new pitcher on the mound as it's Adriel who will take over for Griff Ross. His day is done. Griff goes out with 6 runs on 9 hits in 4 innings worked. We're in the top of the 5th. The Bruins currently leading by 4 here in what will potentially be a full 7-inning game. We are right now an hour and 20 minutes plus in. This game started right at 12:55. Right now, local time of 2:09. So we get to 2:55. That'll be the last inning, but not that far-fetched to see us go through a couple innings in that time. We've seen a couple of quick innings. It just kind of depends how it goes. Jace Andrews, Dan Hubbard hanging out with you here on the larger field for the Gold Bracket Tournament play in the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic. Both these teams have been offensive-minded all tournament, but a 6-2 ball game here leaves Blackfoot trying to claw back. And the Bruins have some chance to make that claw back a lot farther of a journey if they can get some runs across here. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6. Dylan Herzog steps back, and he had an 0-2 count in the bottom of the top of the 4th. First pitch swinging here, lifts it into center field. I mean, shallow center field, and it lands on no man's land. I mean, we've seen 4 of those in the past 5 batters. It's a single for Dylan Herzog. As I was saying, Herzog had an 0-2 count in the top of the 4th, then had a runner caught stealing, so he gets to reset, he gets a base hit. Mason Park walked and scored, has a stolen base, rounded out his other time, so make him 1 for 2.
You know, just those little short pop-ups, it's almost becoming an epidemic.
Yeah.
You know, between the combination.
There's a one hopper, they're going to tag him. Yeah. Tags the runner, Mason Park, moves the runner over though. So 2 pitches, 1 out, and a guy on second.
You know, between the sun, the wood bat, the wind, and not knowing how deep to play, the outfielders are really at a serious disadvantage right now.
Yeah,
they're so confused out there.
It's a tough time. It's a pie. Fakes the throwback. One-0. It's in turf. 2-0 with a runner at second base, 1 out. Bruins up by 4. It's 6-2 the score. That's up high. Three now. It's up high. Ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Isaac Jensen. Liam Lynch, the second baseman, now steps in. Singled, stole a bag. Grounded out his other time up, 1 for 2. Low. All 1. So right now, tough time finding the zone for Adriel. One out in the inning. Adriel fires a fastball, a strike this time. Hey, look, it's the Coca-Cola truck. They're here.
Hey, no, can't talk about them. If it's a Pepsi truck, it's okay.
That's fair.
Because life is more fun with Pepsi.
1-1. Inside. Strike.
Got to make sure you get those sponsor mentions in.
Yeah. 1-2. Runners at first and second. Lynch takes a chop at that one. It goes to the shortstop. He'll flip to second for 1. They're going to throw to first. It's going to be off the first base, and now you got a runner trapped. First baseman Mason throws it to third. Now the third baseman's going to go home. Hone with the ball at home, looking in a pickle, throw down. He's going to slide in safely. No, they call him out.
3-5-2-6.
There's the double play that you won't see very often, as getting into a rundown over there forces the inning to be retired. We now head to the bottom of the 5th here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in 1 appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Bottom of the 5th we go, and Dan, you've been in baseball a while, but 6-4, 3-5, 2-6 the put out for the double play.
I thought it was just there were only 4 people who handled the ball.
6, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6.
Well,
Tag.
yeah. Well, technically a double play, but the rundown play, you don't technically put in the first 2 guys who touched the ball because they got the out.
But they had the first out, yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike now. It's the leadoff hitter, Jake Vance, Caden Fisher, and it was Griff Ross. He was the pitcher. We'll see if they'll have Adriel in there as he came in to pitch now. Little soft looping fly ball right side, and almost a collision there between Liam Lynch and Dylan Herzog. Liam Lynch, the second baseman, though, takes the call and takes the ball. 0-1, new batter, Caden Fisher. Fisher, 0 for 1 with a walk. Swung on that one, 0-2. He was stranded at first back in the third after his walk. 0-2. There is strike number 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, says Isaac Jensen to Caden Fisher. He's set down. And if you can believe it, that's the first strikeout of the day for Isaac Jensen. Griff Ross was the scheduled batter. Looks like it is still him.
Got some work in the Bruins bullpen. Started pick up.
Ball outside. Breaking pitch slides away. 1-0. 2 outs. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning here is Isaac Jensen. Has one of those, came back in the first, and it was against these 3 same batters. That's ripped into left field. Going back is Taylor. It's going to be over his head. It goes all the way to the wall, and Taylor will fire it in to keep Griff Ross to a double. Either way, that ball was smacked, and you have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
I'm going to say is about one of the hardest hit balls that that they've had today.
Jason Williams, the batter. Breaking pitch, strike called. Oh, and 1. Jensen the long look in at the hip, looking at the run of the pitch. A line drive into right field, making the catch is Chapa as he reaches that glove as far as it could go and records the 3rd out. That'll do it here for the 5th inning in Pocatello. We go to the top of the 6th. The Bruins, the 6th seed, with 6 runs on the board into the 6th here on mylocalradio.com.
What is Uinta BOCES #1? It's your community college to pursue your degree or certificate. It's high school equivalency. It's CPR and other workforce training. It's cooking and computer classes. It's 3D printers, vinyl cutters, and other free tools. We're many different things to many different people, meeting the education needs of the place we call home. So what is Uinta BOCES #1? That's for you to decide. Come see us today and let us help you make your educational dreams come true.
The tires you drive on matter. Tire quality and condition affect overall safety and how your vehicle performs. Having the right air pressure in your tires even affects gas mileage. Don't trust your tires to just anybody. Choose Freeway Tire to handle all your vehicle maintenance, including regular tire checks and rotation. When it comes to your vehicle, choose the team that really knows tires. Freeway Tire in Evanston. Stop in today.
Top of the 6th, 6-2, the Bruins lead the Blackfoot team. We head into the later half of this game here. Jace Andrews, Dan Hubbard, as time is starting to become thin for the 3-seed Blackfoot team.
What time is the first pitch?
12:55.
Still got about 30 minutes.
Yeah. There's probably a very good shot we will see the 7th inning here, so. Unless the Bruins or Blackfoot have some runs come across, probably going to be a full, complete game here. Easton Chapa, Mikey Hughes, and Isaac Hansen. First pitch Adriel on the mound for his second inning of work, and that pitch is outside for a ball, 0-1.
Starting to feel like Mary Poppins sitting up here.
Yeah, with that umbrella, yeah. You're going to fly away.
Try to keep the equipment cool.
Yeah, that's been a tough thing. Almost hit some 2-0.
You go out in the park and ride imaginary merry-go-round horses with Dick Van Dyke or something. Or dance with penguins, one or the other.
So what does a spoonful of sugar do?
Makes medicine go down, baby.
2-0. Nice fly ball into right field. Moving over, though, is Pace, and he's going to misplay it over his head. Couldn't find the ball in the sky. It's going to be a double. I don't think he touched it.
Don't believe he did either. And between the wind and just making another bad route to the ball.
And the sun's battling, wind swirling, and not a good route. And maybe that's because of the external factors, but
yeah.
Mikey Hughes steps in. He's grounded out twice. Funny, Easton Chapa had 2 at-bats before this inning, and so did Mikey Hughes. Chapa grounded to the shortstop and to the second baseman. Mikey grounded to the second baseman and the shortstop. 6-3, 4-3, 4-3, 6-3. Looks to bunt, gets it down. Adriella off the mound, slips momentarily. One's at first
the bag again.
Well, can tell you what both these teams were working on in practice tomorrow, or this week. It's a single. Now you go back to the top of the order. That was 8 and 9 hitting. Isaac Hansen steps up. There's a strike, fastball outside. Outer part, rather. Well, it was the higher seed in the first game. Granted, it was 4-5, but now looking like we have another higher seed potentially taking home a victory.
Second up would be upset of the day.
And the turf that time, 1-1 for Adriella.
I think the silver bracket so far has pretty much held serve.
Yeah, except the guest is winning 14-1 now, so that's going to switch it up there because that'll be the lower seed as the guest team. Unless they have the scoreboard wrong, I guess.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, or rather 1-1.
Should be at least. That should be
the right, yeah.
That should be the higher seeded team or the lower seeded team, whichever way you want to look at it. 1-2 the count.
Looks like it's Madison and Sugar City over there.
Okay, Madison's pretty tough.
Madison's the higher seed. So
wow.
That's Sugar City, who in theory is up 15-1. Now we don't know that for sure just because we can't tell you 100% certainty they are the guests on the scoreboard. That's how it should be, but
we saw Sugar City last night in the 6 o'clock game, and they played pretty well.
They did. That was their best game by far. And the 2-2 is just on the hands. Yeah, Sugar City 0-3, but like you said, they had one of their best games of the entire tournament in the 6 o'clock time slot last night. Runner takes off on the 2-2 pitch, fouled right back to us. I'd have caught it.
And he'll come back and do it again.
See if they take the bag again. They had the steal on. Runners on the corners. Nobody out in the inning. Pickoff is not in time. Aaron and I had this conversation late last night. What happened to calling time after sliding in? Now these kids, got to stay on the bag all the way up. Just call time. You can get up and whenever you want. Not obviously that situation's a bad one because it's a pickoff, but you hit a double. Runner takes off, and it was a foul ball. He stays alive, I guess. I don't know if it would have been called a strike.
Well, to answer your question in the short sense, it's kind of that speed of the game thing.
Want to keep it going?
It's that they don't call timeout to keep the game moving forward, and that makes the runners have to get up at their own risk.
Runner goes, and he's going to take it because it was no throw. So it's a stolen bag.
And full count.
Yep, 3-2. Hansen has singled, doubled, and flown out. Scored 2 runs today. Fouls it straight back. Tell you what an AB here from their leadoff hitter.
It's frustrating for himself.
Oh, just because, yeah.
For a couple of those pitches or foul balls that he's hit, he spins out of the box. He's got his hands on top of his head. He can't believe that A, missed the pitch, or B, even swang.
Well, it works out for his favor. He ends up on first base with a base on balls.
Brings up number 5, Taylor.
Now it's Taylor.
And loads the bases with nobody out.
Bruins currently up by 4, looking to extend their lead here. He looks to bunt. He gets it down. That's going to go foul.
Roll. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Good job.
He loves the bunt. He's so quick.
You remember a couple of innings ago, the Bruins had a situation where they had bases loaded and nobody out, and got a double play and then got out of the inning without allowing any runs. Now they have the opposite side of the coin. They have the bases loaded and nobody out, and can certainly turn this game inside out offensively here.
0-1. Stays outside. 1-1. Adriel still on the mound. He's come in here, and this is his second inning. Has yet to record an out, though. Haven't seen anybody go to the bullpen. 1-1. That's in the turf.
There was somebody throwing down there a few minutes ago.
Yes, maybe he's warmed up and just waiting.
They've sat down, yeah, exactly.
Two 2-1 in the turf. Strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A runner at every base for the Bruins. Up by 4, trying to extend the lead.
And a whole lot of trouble looming on deck.
Yeah, Schwedez. And that's a line drive base hit up the middle. That's going to score 2. It gets under the glove of Williams, and now it's going to be what is not a double. It's going to be a single, and then advancing on the error there. 2 runs do come across to score, though. And now we're probably going to have a pitching change here.
I would think so, as they knock out to the mound.
No outs. 3 hits in this inning and a walk, and Adriel will be taken out. We'll have a new pitcher. When we come back here, we'll take a quick break. We'll tell you about who it is. Here, you're watching a First Big Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Pocatello Woodback Classic on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
When you're looking for great deals on a vehicle, you'll find them at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. With 2 locations to serve you, let your adventure start here. Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, legend driven.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
In the past, when you...
Okay. Welcome back here to 2024 Pocatello Wood Mat Classic. Jace Andrews, Dan Hubbard with you. And I feel like we have to mention it now as Bryson Schwedez steps up. There is an 8-run rule after 6. Right now, the 8-run lead is standing at second base. Schwedez watches it in the turf. Today, Schwedez has doubled, and singled. They're going to walk him.
Yep, yeah. Take the bat out of his hand.
Yeah, that's probably the smart decision.
Absolutely. Absolutely it is.
There's no reason to work with that. And now if you're Dylan Herzog, you have the chance to make them pay in your mind as walk to get to you.
Make them put the ball in play, and let's just let the big guy sit there and just tee off.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Aaron talked about it. Soon enough, he was going to be just walked, and there it was. You weren't going to let him keep swinging the bat.
I think he just saw his last at-bat of the tournament.
Yeah, he ain't seen another pitch.
There's no reason to do anything but put him on.
Well, that's laced in the left field for a base hit, so it's going to score 1. They're going to try and send the second runner home as well. It's cut off, and it will score standing. Dylan Herzog says, fine, you want to go to me? Let's do it. Singles in 2 runs. It's a 10-2 ball game.
Well, that's the chance you take, unfortunately. As he be able to turn it around as he drives in 2. That's 4 runs here in the top of the 6th inning before there's even an out.
I mentioned it, 8-run rule. So technically now, if they get 3 outs without allowing a run, at least right now, they will end this game. However, they still have chance to make it a little easier and get some insurance runs for the 8-run rule. That's a bouncer left side. I think it's going to get through. It will get past the diving glove of Jake. They're going to send the runner from third. He gets a late stop sign. That throw was way offline, and it would have been an easy send, but you can't know that. Yeah, he can't know that, so he has to hold him. So it's a single that loads the bases back up.
Now for the Bruins, number 3, Isaac Jensen.
That ball went into left field because the shortstop defensively was paying way too much attention to the guy at second base. Shaded way too far up the middle. That ball would have been hit right at him if he was standing in his position.
Runner at every base. Big hack from Isaac Jensen, the pitcher. Jensen trying to help himself out here. Already an 8-run lead. If he can get a base hit here, he has room to work with the 8-run advantage.
They just flashed error on the board.
That's
not an error when the guy's not there.
Yeah, that's the base hit. I don't think that's the official score. That's going to be a double play, though. Jake, the flip to Eli, over to first in time. Well, no order play there. 6-4-3, 2 outs. Run does come across. It's 11-2, but now 2 outs in the inning. Liam Lynch, the second baseman. 9th batter of the inning. On the ground of the third baseman, stops it with his body. He's going to have to throw it to third. It's a pick play, and it's going to get past the first baseman. Mason will go chase after it, rounding and going to second is Liam Lynch. E5.
Yeah, there's the error.
Yeah, that's right. Luckily, I don't think the scoreboard's the official book, so it's all right. Easton Chapa, who started off this inning with a double, by the way, is now back up at the plate. Seth is your new pitcher, by the way. I think we mentioned that earlier, but he's the one who has been trying to just work out of this jam. 12-2 the score. So now 10 runs separate the Bruins and Blackfoot.
The Bruins have put up 6 here in the inning.
Seth's pitch. Line drive in the left field. One hop to the left fielder, Caden. He chucks it in. And it will keep the runners at first and third. 2 outs still. Another single. Chop has 2 hits this inning.
That's their 16th, 17th hit of the game.
Good.
If you're
counting.
Well, yeah. If you keep score at home, which, number one, I don't know why you are.
We have it.
But that I don't say controversial, but iffy call on that error that they called when the shortstop was just out of position.
I could have had my first attempt. So close. Fouled off there. Mikey Hughes is at the plate. That's 0-1, now 1-1. The runner goes off. That's Chapa takes second.
And it looks like that game over on the other field is finally over.
Yeah, I think they enacted a run rule there.
They saw the team running.
That's fouled away. 1-2.
Hey,
a play over there in foul territory.
Outrunning the outfield is get a little extra jog in before they head back to the hotel for the rest of the day.
Get to play tomorrow though. So that's one thing with these.
It's all right. They can go home and relax the rest of the day. Spend some time in the pool.
Wish I could do that. I want to go to the pool. Outside, 2-2. I don't know. I feel like the size of our bathroom, we could have put a pool in there.
Size of the living room, you could have put a jacuzzi in there.
2-2 is in the air on the infield. First and third converge. It's dropped. It's a base hit for Mikey Hughes. That's an RBI. Make it 13-2.
For the Bruins, number 2, Isaac Hansen.
First and third again. And Isaac Hansen steps in. He walked in this inning earlier. This is now the 13th batter. Excuse me, 12th batter in the inning. In the air right field, that's going to drop for a base hit. It'll score another run, make it 14-2. And the throwback to second is not going to be in time. He'll slide, or rather stay in safely, Mikey Hughes. Another hit, this time as Isaac Hansen.
Well, the new pitcher in there, I know he's trying to throw knuckleballs, but they're not doing anything. And they end up just not even a batting practice fastball. It's just, here it is, hit it.
Yeah, Taylor is the next up. I think they may have a pinch hitter, though. Yeah, they're going to have a pinch hitter. Let's see who it is here. Yeah, Ethan Smith will step in and be the batter.
Pinch hitting for the Bruins, number 8, Ethan Smith.
2 outs, 2 runners on, 8 and in the inning. 14-2 lead. Throw it. Why didn't he throw it? Kind of pump faked. He may have had him and thrown it.
Bluffed a throw back to second and still threw it anyway. It's one of those things where, you know, you're just kind of afraid to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Don't want to throw the ball away, make it worse than it is.
In the turf.
So game 2's on each field. It turned into a blowout.
Mm-hmm. In the turf. 2-0. Ethan Smith is the pinch hitter here for Taylor. And guess who's on deck?
Guarantee he doesn't swing.
Oh, with the bases loaded?
Just don't even walk to the plate. Just walk right to first base.
Does he get the Barry Bonds treatment?
Absolutely.
There's a strike there. We'll see if he even comes up 2-1.
In fact, don't even have him walk to first base. Have his courtesy runner walk over there. He's got a bad knee. Just let him go sit down.
Keep those straps on your legs, man. Over the head of Smith.
In fact, if I were him, I wouldn't even take my shin guards off.
Yeah,
I just walk to the plate with shin guards on because you're not going to pitch to me.
Three balls, one strike. Runners at first and second. Strike. Count will go full. Runners will be off on the pitch. Full count, 2 outs. Smith at the plate. Ball 4.
Ball 4. Guess who?
Oh, boy. Oh, I want to see what happens here. Oh, they're going to pinch hit for him. Okay. I really wanted to see what happened. All right. Well, it's 14, so it's Max Loft, who was his courtesy runner, now will be his batter. Bases loaded.
So who's going to catch in the bottom of the inning now?
They'll re-enter him. I think you get one re-enter. I don't know. What time is it? You have to play the bottom anyway, but
it's 2:44.
Well,
this half inning is taking about 20 minutes.
I was going to say this is the last inning, no matter what. Now that's going to be a base hit up the middle. That's going to score 2. No, they're going to hold him. Yeah,
let's go station to station.
It's just good baseball right there. You're up 15-2. That's okay. You don't need to risk anything. Don't hurt your runner either.
Next up for the
Yeah,
Bruins,
Loft hits it.
Dylan Herzog.
Now it's Dylan Herzog. So Taylor and Rayson Schwedez were pinch hit for. Dylan Herzog here will bat for himself. 2 outs. And watches that pitch go inside. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at every base. Another ball inside. 2-0 here in a 15-2 ball game. The Bruins over the Blackfoot.
Unfortunately, the new pitcher here for Blackfoot is just throwing knuckleballs, and they're not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, I found the zone. 2-1. Fastball, high. 3-1.
Picking up a familiar voice over the crowd mic.
I hear Aaron somewhere. 15-2. It's low.
Nope, called him out. Call it a strike.
Strike.
So what is the count now anyway?
3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Runners should be off. I mean, count's not right on the scoreboard, though. I don't know if they realize it. They don't. Strike 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 15-2 here. The Bruins can close it out with 3 outs. We'll be right back here from Pocatello, Idaho. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
3 outs to go here. Bottom of the 6th after 9 runs were pushed across for the Bruins. They now have a 15-2 lead, and an 8-run rule has potential to be enacted if the Bruins can secure 3 outs without allowing, what's that?
Anything that could possibly have gone wrong from the top half of that inning did. Sun, wind, any other natural phenomena you could call on.
Tornadoes. Max Loft is your new catcher. He'll replace Schwedes.
The only thing we didn't have in the top half of the inning was plagues of locust.
Yeah, everything just kind of fell apart, to be honest.
It did.
It's really unfortunate. Nothing was going their way. That's baseball for you. You just have some of those innings where it's just like, well, I don't know what I can do.
Well, I mean,
bloopers.
Kids this age asked to play 4 games inside of 72 hours. You don't have the depth in the bullpen to be able to do that.
Nope. First pitch is out of the zone. Trying to hear, so I think it's still Isaac Jensen on the mound. And why not? You got a game to play tomorrow at this point.
Yeah, don't burn up any other arms that you don't need to.
Big strike there on a swing and a miss. It's Dante at the plate. He has been walked and hit by a pitch. As it's going to be 5-6-7. Foul straight back, 1-2. One, two. Strike 3, inner half of the plate. And Jensen gets a strikeout there on Dante. We have 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, and I swear this wind hates us.
Well,
it's really annoying right now.
I've been out here when it's blowing a lot harder than this.
I'm sorry.
I've been out here on days you practically have to lay across the table to keep all your stuff from blowing away.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it's not fun sometimes.
There's a strike.
This wind is actually not bad. There's a big flagpole over here off the third base side. They don't have the American flag up. And that American flag it's probably about 20 or 25 yards square. It's one of the biggest American flags I've ever seen.
Ground ball, shortstop to his right. Hansen misplays it, and it'll be an E6. Eli, the second baseman, steps in.
But usually, there's some days, especially in the first part of the spring, that in the afternoon when the winds come up, that the wind is strong enough where if it takes that big flag and just holds it straight out.
Wow. The winds of Idaho.
Well, it's certainly the winds of Pocatello. We sit beneath the mouths of a couple of canyons.
First pitch here to the new batter as it gets away and stealing his hone. Ooh, he didn't slide.
Gutsy play down by 13. And the wind comes up and kind of compresses into those canyons, and the winds that really explode out the mouth of the canyon.
1-0 outside.
If you've ever heard of the old Santa Ana winds in Southern California, do the same sort of thing, and that's what causes really all the problems during wildfire season in Southern California.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. I believe it's 2-1.
Is now.
Inside 3-1. Well, it was 3-0.
We're all wrong. Even the umpire was wrong.
Yeah, even the umpire was wrong. I'll start using that. Whenever somebody walks and I don't think it's the right thing, I'll just be like, oh, the umpire was wrong.
For Blackfoot, number 11, Mason.
Mason for Blackfoot steps in. Jensen trying to just get out of this sitting and get the victory. Low. 15-2 your score. 9 runs came across in the top half of this inning.
You're leading by 13 runs, and your middle infielder is jockeying the runner at second base. Just go to your position and play defense.
There's a strike.
Let the batter put the ball in play and get an out and get out of here.
1 ball, 1 strike. Corner infielder's in. I doubt they'll bunt. That's on the turf. Two balls, 1 strike. Now the runner's at second and third. Big hack and a miss. 2-2. On the ground, through the right side for a base hit. That's going to score 2. No, they'll hold the last runner, so just scores 1. Now it's Pace, right fielder.
That makes it 15-3.
Even if they get past 8 runs, though, the time limit's going to be enacted, so this is their last shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're hit time it now. Runner off first and third. 1 out in the inning. Jensen has that one scalded into center field and making the catch and now throwing home. What a throw. Right back to the pitcher, Jensen. Well, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, 15-3 the score. I want to thank Evergreen Financial Partners for sponsoring this broadcast. When planning your financial future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners, with offices in Pocatello at 450 East Day Street, Suite 450, and a new location in Preston at 713 South 4th East Street, Suite 200. You can set your appointment online at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Now with 2 outs, 1 out left for the Blackfoot team. Just outside. Jake Vance, the leadoff hitter, popped out twice, flown out once. 0 for 3 on the day. Pitch, just low. 2-0. Runners at the corners. There is a strike. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out away from this game being put to bed.
Game was close through 2 innings.
Yeah.
Then the roof fell in.
On the ground, and that's going to get to the second baseman who throws to first, gets away. It'll extend the game, and runners will move up to second and third. A run will come across to score 15-4.
Another throwing error. That's the 7th error of the game between the two teams.
Nice. Kane Fisher, 0 for 2 with a walk. Pitch gets away. Catcher stabs it to keep it in front of him. One 1-0. Runners second, third. Strike called. Fisher, the left fielder today for Blackfoot. 1-1. Cut on and miss there. Now one more pitch for Jensen. And a strikeout would end the game. And a line drive base hit into the right center field gap. That's going to get down and head toward the wall. 2-1 runs will come across to score. 15-6 your new score, rounding second, heading to third, the throw, the tag, and that's how the game ends. Trying for 3, he's thrown out on the relay throw, and that's going to be the game. 15-6 your final of a post-game show coming up here, right here on MyLocalRadio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Life is made up of moments. We care about those moments as much as you do. We are Modern Woodmen, a fraternal financial services organization, member-owned, not stockholder-run. Since 1883, we've supported families, strengthened communities, and helped people reach their financial goals. From protection to saving to retirement planning, let us help you plan for those special moments in your life.
Final score here, 15-6. The Bruins take down the 3-seed Blackfoot, and they will advance to tomorrow's semifinal game. And we'll see who they play here as we continue on in the gold bracket. But let's go ahead to the post game here with the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. It's your gourmet sub today. Let's kind of talk about what happened here as the final lines. Blackfoot ends up with 6 runs on 6 hits and 3 errors. And it's the Bruins of the story. 15 runs, 18 hits. Did have 4 errors, though. And you know, a lot of those runs came in the top of the 6th inning. 9 came across to score, and that's what effectively enacted not only just an 8-run rule limit, but also the time limit kind of creeped up on them as well. So game ends up being a little over 2 hours, call it 2:05. And Dan, it's just one of those games where you look at Blackfoot and say, well, everything did not go your way at all.
Well, this game was pretty good for about 2 innings. Then after that, the pitching started to falter and the roof caved in on Blackfoot, and Twin Fall, or the Bruins just kept putting the ball in play, and then the wind and the sun became factors, and after that it was just Katie bar the door. Let's just see how far this roulette wheel was going to spin.
That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap of the game as the Bruins advance on. And let's go to our Dr. McKay's precision play of the game. And I think there is no better precision play than the relay to end it and grab the runner out at third, which ended this game on a great relay on a base hit that was really scalded in the right center field gap, but it was Taylor who relayed it to Park and then all the way over to Mikey Hughes at third base to tag him out. That is your Dr. McKay's precision play of the game. And now let's go to our Pepsi player of the game. And Dan, there's no question, there's no contract, nobody can say against it. It is obvious, it is clear, it is Bryson Schwedez. 2 doubles, a single, an intentional walk, an absolute clinic behind home plate. He was your Pepsi player of the game. Everything is better with Pepsi.
Yeah, he's just literally a man amongst boys in that game today. As every time he came up, he had the opportunity to come up with men on base, put the ball in play, hit the ball hard somewhere. Outfielders, he hit the ball hard enough to where the outfielders, in haste trying to get to the ball, would take bad routes to the ball, and they end up getting by him. As he was truly the difference in the game, in a game that ended up as a 9-run victory, 15-6, and it really wasn't that close.
Not officially, because I haven't seen all of his games, but by my count and what I've seen from Bryson Schwedez, he has had 10 hits in the now 4 games he's played, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and then 3 singles added on there. Bryson Schwedez, your Pepsi player of the game. That will do it for us here at Pocatello. We will head to our 2-seed versus 7-seed game. We appreciate you hanging out with us here all afternoon long. For Dan Hubbard, I'm Jace Andrews saying peace out here from Pocatello.
And it's not long until they become the Fender Bender.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.
Distracted driving.